Hello, Asham here, welcome back to some more Kerbal Space Program. And today is doing some prep for the Duna missions. So, requirement is to have a base on Duna and on Ike memory. So while I'm there, I might as well could do that. Yeah, I've also got to extract ore from Ike and deliver it to Duna. So I will need to do that anyway. So I will be putting mining bases probably on both Duna and Ike. In other channel news, I have monetization now, which more importantly means I have channel points now. Yay! But yes, let's have a look. Not these ones. Kind of that one. Build a new surface outpost on Duna. Duna. So, facilities supporting at least 5 Kerbals. Have 2 pilots on the outpost. Sure, okay. And land it on Duna. Okay. Fairly straightforward. I think I'll go to the spaceplane hangar actually though. To design this. Something like that. Maybe have the door pointed at the ground though. I think what I can do is, I'll put something else afterwards. You know what? How about a research lab? Maybe here have the ladder extend down. Not sure if they can grab that, but test. Need 2,000 units of xenon gas. An Ike. Okay. In any case, let's go back to this. What else do we have at size 2? Convertitron. Let's get some parts out. Holding tank. Engines. Service module. And, apart from that, I guess crew requirements. But we could go for maybe Mark III. Probably not like that. Thinking of going for a sideways attachment. Could make it the main and then have this attach off from the side, so let's make that root part. Then put in a radial attachment point. Doubled. not like that, so let's rotate that. Now we can attach. Neater. Maybe what I'll do... Cargo bay options? Get the attachment point. Oh, maybe not. Let's in this across. A bit more in, so it's not appearing in windows. Yeah. I think I want to move as well so that we don't have a gap. And let's go ahead and put a ramp in. Yeah, why not? Maybe bring a buggy along? Or maybe send that on later? Or earlier. Let's see, what else do we have here? Service. We still have some things that we want to put on. Put it in a smaller cargo base segment, upside down. Then maybe have drills as well coming off of it. Might need a bit of a larger one. Here we go. I think I will want maybe some cargo, some science stuff as well, closer to the crew section. If it makes sense. Maybe don't have symmetry on this, so except I've moved the up point of it, so we wouldn't have the radial attachment points. Okay. Okay. Go ahead and add just something here. Little science A, I guess. Get rid of symmetry. Start. Can move up from that way. Oh. Then we don't need the science, but gonna hurt it. other things on. Atmosphere analysis on top. Ravioli detector. Seismometer. Oh, a seismic accelerator. Same difference, basically. Let's go ahead and put in a storage unit. And I will want a mystery key. Is there anything else? I don't think the boom really does anything in atmosphere. However, I can pretend it's an antenna. Let's get a structural plate in for that. Closes, yep. It's closed, but then I can extend the boom. Cool. Now, I think that's it for science. The music around. And I will want ladder. Go. Should be enough. That should be the science bay completed. Maybe we cargo storage. Keep that out for now. We'll something like that. Oop. Antenna. I think what I'll do that and remove this one from symmetry. Place it with the antenna. Thank you. Yep. Three art. Hey, your rocket mount. Touch. And don't like the clipping. Okay. That tank. I have something in between. fragments. Looking boy? Yeah. Okay. And this storage kind of gets in the way of going through the habitation sections. And fast either. Balancing that. Let's see. I will want some power generation on this. Start off with some panels. Make sure we have a baseline. This one. Oh. Now, in order to use the ladder that's in here, you would need to come out from this entrance. Or I guess you could come up from this one and then climb up. I'm not a fan of that. Wonder if there's a way that it can make it look like we have guardrails on this top section. Circle looks good. Couple of those on. Going from size 3 down to 2. Go there. That's not attached to the right one. Attaching to the ore container. Into the ore way down. Oh, not good enough. Okay. There we go. Back to normal sensitivity. Okay, so on this section here, so this is attached to this, which means I can put radial gauge panels on it. For edge. Something like that. And then we can also put some actual radiators here somewhere. more external ones, or edge ones on here. You're probably not edge. I'd probably go for panels. That. And now we can. Yeah, that might not extend far down enough. It does contain size. If I go for the full size. Not quite fitting within. For deploy limit. I'd be concerned that it's then too close to the ground. Test that. I think for now, if it's down to the ground safely, and I think that will be parachutes. Maybe some engines. That's going to be difficult. And also getting this up out to Duna will be difficult. It has an antenna, yep, has a docking port, okay. Docking port inside here for the car to, or buggy to connect to. Or rover. Whatever it is. Snapping back on. Oh. Now it has a docking port. Linear here, just in case we ever want to extend this. Maybe for getting it down to the ground. I also probably want to put a pre-core in here. Yeah, let's actually get to it. We got vessel naming. Yes. No. Base. $17. Save that. I don't really have batteries on it currently. Some. Also don't have any SAS. That should be fine. Maybe. Yeah. But whatever's getting it down to the ground can have the SAS. I think maybe I have deploy limit at 0 on this. So that it doesn't open. Anyway, got this now. Tracked for now. I think next thing I do will be add the legs. So, let's start off with the actual functional parts. The grip strips. And then rotate them into position, into right angle. Move them down. Actually move the whole thing down as well, so you can ground level will be. Sure that everything matches at the same height. Okay, let's save that. I think point deploy there. Tiny bit lower. Okay. Go up again. Let's see where the lowest point is. Probably there. Let's just move these and everything back down. New baseline. Match it. Okay. Give that a try. Save and launch. Three for that deploy limit. Can safely open and close. How about the pushing at least? That does work. Check the water tank. Yep, it is filling up. Okay. Start that then. Building it shortly. Oh, that up. Now then. First. Slightly more inwards. Lightly clipping. Okay, close the door now. Good. I think I will just put in a couple of these. Backup power source. Vital stuff. We'll also be wanting some lights. I'll do later. Let's increase these up to high grip. Then I will some stuff. Holding. I move these close to the center of the ones, but these ones can be a bit apart. Want it to be nice and stable and not tip over. Okay. I think maybe a couple more grip strips for the side sections. I'll be under structural. That, so let's move everything up. Now we can get underneath. Not want to be seated. They want to turn snapping back on. Oh. No. Right. Yep. That maybe? Let's bring everything back. Slightly too. Up one tick. Yep. Oh, I want to turn off snapping and just. And I think that looks about right. And now to attach these in actual something like that, basically. That's what that is the root part. I will need to first and then yep. Just copy that across. But out of the way. Oh. But I can do at least one more copy of that. Rear section. Let's open the door so we can see flipping again. Okay, got two more sets of legs. I think these will be a bit different. Oh, was wanting something thinner. Maybe I go for a couple of I-beams. Like that. And it'll be on each side of the ladder. I don't know. I do want it to be on the sides of the ladder rather than completely attached. Does seem about right. Up neat. I think that looks pretty close. Sure that they're touch the ground. That's what the grip pads are supposed to do. Okay, and then a couple more. Oop, that's too small. I can maybe do something like this. Tape them. Okay. Actually have a surface base. Did I put a Kerbal in? Yeah, the main point of the science bay, I mean, one of the points is I can generate science to generate funds. But the main point is so that I can level up the Kerbal so it land there. Okay, 83. Now that it's set, it's not. Oh well. I did not put any Kerbals in. Okay. Back to the space plane hangar. Here we go. I start off with it closed. How that goes. And go ahead and put a pilot in. I only have 2 pilots to send. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 scientists. Sure. Let's go ahead and put you in processing lab. Now that I think about it, even if it doesn't push up the craft when I open it this way, Duna would have less gravity, so maybe that would be able to... let's see, can I climb forwards? Go straight through. Board there. Get out. Ron Bart is doing a flag. Can I climb from this side? Cannot. Okay. Oh, that's good to know. Currently, that is useless. It flips around. Snap. That's again. Try. Okay, let's give a CV a try. Other. And fall down to the ground. Oh, he landed on his feet that time. Grab. Nope. Helmet's getting in the way now. Okay. Cargo ramp. To get inside from here. In which case the inflatable docking port might be an option. Instead of a full docking port. Let's open that. Let's set a new deploy. Don't know why it was more like that when it should be about... Yeah. What? Not opening to the deploy limit. Interesting. In any case... I want to do this. Let's replace that with the inflatable, which will double as a way so we can be able to connect vehicles to it, a little buggy to it, and we can also enter through it to the Kerbal knots. Really would like to be able to use that. This one, here we go. I might be. Currently I'm thinking I'll have like the couplers and sky crane. But then also many parachutes. Many parachutes. My current issue is I want to be able to actually get into the hatch fair. What if I do something like this work, I wonder? And let's move the crew into Caprino. Cupola. There we go, let's try this. I mean, my concern isn't so much landing it, it's taking off with this. I haven't even looked at the mass yet. Okay, let's EVA you. Let me. Okay. Can I grab? Yes. Climb up it. Do I then to the next ladder? I do not. So this I am sending to Duna. I've got a contract to set up a base here, and I feel like going a bit overboard. Would like to be able to actually access these hatches from underneath. Doesn't seem like it's going to give me that option. I had something they could stand on. Can I just directly go to it? So if I go structural panel, large. Also a bit large, but I'm willing to work. Give this a try. My current goal is just to be able to climb inside. If this works, then I can try to expand upon this idea, make it look a bit better. Okay, EVA. Hatches are obstructed. Hey. So probably if I can get close enough that I'd be able to reach the docking port, I will be close enough to obstruct the hatch. I'm gonna give one more try. Take it down a bit. Try to launch this one. Try to get into this one. Nope. Hatch still obstructed. Oh, that's annoying. Sure, but it's from that. Let's move him into the other cupola module. Try one more time. Let's make sure it isn't the I-beams. Yeah, I don't know about that yet. I'm not sure how I'm getting this into orbit, but probably from the front. I'm sure makes a lot of sense to you. But yeah, probably from this. Maybe... So the I-beams definitely aren't blocking. Maybe having some kind of fairing around it. Guess I do have a way of getting in through the cargo ramp. Got the inflatable airlock there. Gonna have to do. I don't want to have my see horizontal. Now here's what you do. Uh, there we go. It's no longer horizontal. I do have a bit of a cross-section here. I'm now realizing I'm saying cross-section. That wasn't intended as a pun. It was not intentional. Yeah, that's off of that. Is everything in? Possible at least. Go ahead and save that. Move over to the facility. Now, if I go payload fairing. Yeah, see? That's maybe fine. Okay, I just need to go one size higher, larger. A perfectly normal fairing. Oh. Yeah, I probably will be aero braking on Duna. Oh. Kylo Ren's lightsaber? You know, now I'm having second thoughts. Now I want to change it. Let's have a look at that center of mass. Yeah, I will be placing struts on this. But now is not yet the time. Oh, I think this. Yeah, actually, a good chunk of the mass is the fairing. Did I mention that I'll be aero braking on Juno? Reminds me, I haven't put parachutes on yet. Let's switch back. So I know I can fit the string around it now. That's off for later. Now, to step one. Parachutes. Can't put parachutes on cargo bay door even if I've locked it out of deploying. And then, for good measure, some drag chutes. There you go. I've got parachutes now. Center of mass. That feels like a pretty good location, actually. Pretty central. Now I think sky crane idea. Could delete the message immediately, or if Twitch dashboard decides to load, I can ban. Of course, Twitch dashboard is not loading. Come on. Give me a moment. this. Yeah. Okay, back to this. Thinking I could do a couple of... Yes, I have radiators on this, because inside here I've got a convertitron and a drill, or a pair of drills. Contract doesn't require it, but I felt like going for overkill. Now. And there we go. And then I think I will go for... So, I am also planning to put a mining ship on Ike. That'll be the main one, but just as an extra backup, have one on Duna in case I want to fuel something on Duna and I can't bring it down for some reason. Also, I was just thinking I could make a little helicopter, kind of like what Curiosity had. I think it was Curiosity that brought the little helicopter brain to Mars. So I'm currently thinking whole bunch of SAS and some sky cranes. So having one booster here, and one at the front when it comes in for landing. But not for transport. And then they can just take the docking ports with them. There's a couple of... Was Perseverance? Yeah, it would be Perseverance. I thought they were the other way around, but now that I think about it, yeah, Perseverance was the more recent one. Curiosity persevered for a long time is what I was thinking. One, I think, went a decade longer than it was intended, and then ended up dying in a dust storm, unable to clear its solar panels. Anyway, I have no idea how well it's going to land. The answer is probably not. But I'll give it a shot anyway. Right, before I forget, I wanted lights. Go with all, yeah, wide ones. One of these days I'll rotate it the right direction. Yeah. Maybe I put it on top. Let's get a fresh bit. Go. And rotate them down a bit. Get a copy. Yeah. One more pair over here. Then go for some more bottom. This. Then maybe on the inside here have another. It doesn't want to go on the ceiling. Actually, I think it might just be wanting to go on top. That rotate it around. think I want to rotate that slightly. That. Progress. And then on the inside, pointing downwards. That. Go ahead and save. Let's have a look at that. It's a good thing it's nighttime currently in game. So I'll be able to test this out right away. For some reason it doesn't, when I put it on open, it isn't to the deploy limit, it goes all the way full extension. The deploy it is just like that. It's lighting up behind as well. But we do have all these lights nearby. Now, do I want to colour them? An orangey colour? The orange planet? Okay, wait, I can get the... Oh. What? That's what it is. I haven't put any parachutes on yet. No, I have put parachutes on. I have not tested them. I don't think I'll be landing purely with parachute power. I plan to put a couple of rocket engines on this. Kind of go sky crane style. That's why I've put these docking ports with decouplers. The intention will be I will assemble it in orbit of Duna and then drop it down to the surface that way. So the parachutes will help slow it down and also very specifically help orient it. But the final kind of stretch will be done with engines, just to make sure it's coming down at the right speed. Anyway, I am going to revert to be able to load in, well, copy the colour across. If I copied it. Yep. Okay. All the bottom ones orange and keep the top ones brown. White. Yep. There's that. 1, 2. I think I am good for now. Save that. Fine. Guy crane. Question. Maybe not. Not yet, at least. I think I'll go ahead and design the Ike base first. So let's just make sure it's saved. Now, let's have a look at the contracts. New surface space. I also need to deliver ore. But I will have us another vessel to go to the Ike base. Yeah, I have another one specifically to transport ore from Ike to... Ike base, I know, very original name. He's supporting at least 7 Kerbals. Okay, Two of that will be in the mobile processing lab. One of which will be in a cupola module. And I plan to have drills along here, so I guess I can do way. There. Final little bit. I think I will need it to be a bit higher up, otherwise it will be dipping through ground and pushing us. There. We want to test how down this takes us. Let's start off with that rotation position. Yes, move it into position 2. Okay, let's see how high off the ground this ends up. Okay, let's give it a probe core then. Not complaining. I mean, yeah, I think most of my spaceships are kind of boring named. However, I am happy with the name of my SSTO, the Catamaran. It was like an actual name. Yeah, it's not too bad. Can live with that. So do you kind of want this to be closer to the surface than the Duna base? More of an industrial feel? Currently I'm at 3 and I need 7. Seven Kerbals. So I'm missing 4, which I think a hitchhiker will cover perfectly. It does. Industrial mining project. I mean, they get a better view than the Gilly mining center has. Where a Kerbal has been stuck for years, just basically like this. That's been their view for several years. straight into the ground, surrounded by mining equipment. Just thinking, if I put servos on this, I could make it a walker. Enough about that. Need radiators on this part if it has drills. Yeah, so there's two types of radiators. There's the like direct attach, radially attached ones, and then you've got the deployable ones. So each one that runs, I've done the maths at some point. I think a medium will cover one drill. The radially attached ones are more efficient. However, they need to be attached to the same part. So for this drill, for example, I could attach a radiator like this and it would work, but it wouldn't work for these drills because they're not attached to the same part. However, with the deployable ones, I could place it anywhere and it would apply to all thermal stuff. At least all the thermal stuff on the same vessel. And same kind of thing goes for the ISRU convertitrons. Just go for a small convertitron? Not sure. Let's go ahead and put on a bunch of tanks there. I am definitely not doing that. Could separate it into a right. Oh. Let's try that again. There we go. So this way I'll have like a industrial section and then living quarters section. Okay. To position. Height. Now let's check. So I've got 4 of them on this holding or container thing, the holding tank, and 2 on this one. So I get a radiator. See that I want them to be a bit further. It covers the hatch for. And let's get a couple of deployable ones to cover the rest. And I will put convertitron on Yep. I think that reminds me, I never did check how much mass the other one was. 50 tons. Not the worst thing. Get rid of monopropellant. And go back to the Ike one. Oh. No, not that one. The flag on it? Which one? This one? Or the Duna base? Probably will at some point. Now just trying to get the designs a bit pretty afterwards. But Ike base, I've got the 7 Kerbals, I've got a mobile processing lab. 2,000 gas. Let's go by resource. Xenon. Oh, that will have... 2,000 is a lot less than I thought it was. Amount 405. If I need... yeah. 1,000. Don't like it there. Let's go ahead and get a cargo bay, I guess. A service bay, I mean. Ocean there. Since I've got one of those anyway, I can put in a smaller probe core. Fun. Okay. Now, I'm not too sure about yeah, I'm not too sure about what gravity is like on Ike. I know it's going to be more than Gilly. There's a point where what's going to be the easiest way to connect to this thing? On Gilly, I basically just have a vertical system. So I just line up with the docking port and then just land straight on top of it. I think I probably will want to drive over and then connect. Could probably do with a fuel tank to be able to actually store the Convertitron output. Ooh, which reminds me, with the Duna one, I will probably want a fuel tank on that as well. The convo. Let's to like that. I think might go Sky Crane on this one as well. This one will be a lot easier to land though, so I can just attach vertically. That's quite the drifting you're doing there. I don't know. I don't know what the gravity's like on like. There's the actual review. How do I want to do this? Don't know. Oh. I do not know. Have the basics at least. I will save that for now. I will need 2 large tanks at least for my ore vessel. We'll need a docking port. I will need power generation. Let's start with that. I'll need a fair bit of power generation for the... does it say in here? I clicked one of these. Right. So yeah, 100 kilowatts to cool. Surface harvester. 220.5 electricity per second. I will also do a whole bunch of free packs to drill through the night. Use RTGs as well. Let's made some of that. Let's just it was 22.5. Ike will be slightly further away from the sun. Going to be several. Get the output. Slightly more than one gigantic solar array per drill. Attach that. Overkill because of our relay network. Fine, that will be an antenna, docking port, generate power. The docking port. Found. Oh. Now I have all the requirements for the mission. I just need to actually figure out how I want to things up. How does it look like currently? Could put like a grabbing arm to connect to. Would simplify. Yeah, you can transfer across the grabbing arm. I wonder. Can I haven't tried before. I wonder if it would work. But if you know the Matlon lazy docking method, where basically you just get the two craft to point to each other with SAS, can you put like a servo? Just have it not basically just be a hinge? Not have it be active, put SAS on the other side, and then tell the SAS to point at something? That work, I wonder. I want to test that out. Let's make something new to test it though. Let's just push a couple of cores on. Coupler. Oh. I don't put any SAS on the main bodies of these. Put it on. It's allowed to rotate freely. But just one on each. And docking port junior, I guess. Over apart. Just rotate one away. I will also need some keep it from rolling. I'll just go with straightforward grip strip. 2, 3. Yep. I just keep them from rolling around. Attached to the wrong side. But if motor not engaged, power loss free. I mean, I can get rid of a motor. Go. Now, let's CG's on. Have power. A couple batteries. Let's test. couple. Now I've got two separate crafts. Set that as a target. Point at target. Control from here. Control from here. Target and point at target. Ooh. Interesting. So that would work. It does require not having SAS on this, on the main, or action groups. Disable them. Or potentially cow controller? I don't think I can do what I want to do. Our controller. What options do you have? Control from here. Okay. Promising. Activate wheel. Toggle reaction wheel. Okay, yep. That makes sense. Can wheeled mode. Oh, as in SAS or manual. I can't tell it to point to target. Fortunately. Yeah, it's full reaction wheel. Okay. But it's a start. I can probably just action group it then. So control from here, activate wheel, and deactivate any other wheels. Okay. Yeah, that's nice to know. Do that. I'll actually need to figure out how to put the surveys together. We want to be fatter. Currently, this one isn't going to do anything. If I put it on the sides though, it would do something. But then I'm still missing a degree of rotation. Could do something like that. Maybe structural, like noctagonal strut. Oh, okay. Something like that. So then rotate it, angle it, and take this way as well. Already able to rotate that way. But I can then also this way. Is that I want it? I don't know. Start off by getting rid of it, but I wheel. First, let's They with a motor on these. Unmotorized. Power loss. Here. Action group. Okay, yep, that's that good. Try launching. See how this goes. I've had enough annoyances with docking things that are on the ground. Elevation not quite matching, angle not quite matching. A couple of them. Do that. Target, SAS on. Go from here. To the other side, control from here. Okay. I can't change those because they're motorized. Oh. No. Oh, it's pushing. Okay. Kind of works. It could be better. Kind of wondering if these are even attached. Yes, they do appear to be. Okay. I think there's certain improvement. I wonder how it works on a piston. Really wonder how it works on a piston. Ooh. Robotics. Start with that. I will keep it motorized. Won't be engaged on power loss. It will be free. I wonder if it will move the piston on its own just using the reaction wheel. I don't think it will, but I will be intrigued. I think I'm on this one. Let's engage a motor. Currently. Okay. Is that because... because it's angled upwards? So it's falling back in? Let's toggle the torque on this one. Can't move, okay. Put the traverse rate up higher, does it change? Nope. I think that just might be because of gravity. Change the angle on that. is. You think I've got... Or at least the start of something. Motorize this. Extend it. Okay, so it was retracting because it was falling back down. If I go from here, target. Target, yeah, it doesn't matter. The then that would need to be manually controlled if I use a piston. Otherwise, I can make sure that it's pointing at the target. Target docking port. No, don't load save. Cancel that. Put the rised gauge. If I put the piston on top this. Favorite part. Actually, that just by if I put the piston on top of that of the docking port. Oh, launch that. I wonder. And certainly it can be cleaned up, but first I just want the idea working. I am very happy with this idea. It will vastly improve my ground bases. Couple. Start with this one. Oh, okay. Target. This on. Yeah, now point to target. Across. Here. On. Target. Up. I mean, nice to rotate around, but it will. Oh, it's just out of range. Okay. It's back. Able talk. Point at okay, now if I get it to point to target. There we go. Now extend. Yep. Okay. That is going to be useful. I just need to standardize it. Make it look neater. Especially adding a piston onto it is going to be useful. I don't think you know quite how happy this has made me. Not exactly carrying across to my voice, but oh, that will solve a big hassle. Okay. But I will want to have a look for servo options. I don't care about the output. A hinge might be another option. Maybe a rotation servo and a hinge. Yes, I think that might work better even. That's a bit big. So if we go with something like this. Non-motorized, not locked. Push a... Oh, yeah, I guess put the piston on. Go. Top. Now. Starting angle. So. Cross as well. Side. And then action group 1. All from here. Wheel. Same thing on here. Control from here. Activate. 2. And 2, I will have deactivate wheel. Guess I can control. Yeah. Okay. Let's see how this goes. I think I can manually lock the positions of the servos and everything. Probably only want to do that when they're not in use at all, like not docked, not trying to dock. Okay, couple. Okay. Set as target. Let's see it. Target. 1. Yep, that did certainly change. Okay. Bend. Bend it. And I guess very force. They're not forcing each other away. Probably put these on acquire force 0. Dock. Tract inwards. Ooh. Yeah, I guess I can also put like retracting Can I extend to max and minimum? And then just put the power fairly low, max power fairly low. As an output, something like that. I guess. Disengage and. Yeah, it's retract actually. Retract. We'll pull them together. I want them to be pulled together. I don't necessarily. It might tip whether I'm docking to over. I think that's fine as is. Tract. Maybe have another button to so one for attempting to connect, another one for being connected, another one for disconnecting. Can get rid of that. Let's try another example where I've got this side. I've got one which is on wheels. Actually, have this one be on top and this one be on the side. Let's try that. Should have started with the gears retracted. Oh well. Now, one thing with this whole setup is that you will need to have all your other reaction wheels disabled, not point the entire craft at it. Sure. Brakes. Okay, well, I am... oh, I'm rolling back where I want to go. Okay. That's... and... target. On this one... oh, not really well. Target. Over here. Okay, not quite. Interesting. Maybe another do it. I think I want this to be 90 degrees perpendicular to the first hinge. Hinge on. Okay. And that. And create a copy. Launch that. I've gotten completely sidetracked, but I am going to be putting this on both my bases probably. I forgot about that again. One point about docking port. Except now it doesn't need to be rotating this one because it's already pointing the right way. Okay. Docking port. See, we're not going quite the right way. Maybe we need it at this point instead. We want the piston to be directly aligned, but then when we extend the piston, it will be going directly towards docking port. Okay. Rise it so we can down. There we go. Yeah. Unmotorized. Okay. Cross. Rocket for now. Actually, maybe I don't need the servo. I mean, I'll see. I'll try once with the servo. I'll try again without the servo. But I think, yeah, the hinges are limited to 180 degrees, so I think I will need the servo just to get the full 360 degrees. So yeah, to get a sphere, you need 360 degrees around and then 160 degrees up and down, or vice versa. That will get you your full sphere. Things in integration, Calc 3, I guess. Things Calc 3 teaches you. Okay, first of all, 1, CS on, point at port. One, SES on, port. That's the. It is slowly turning the whole thing around. It's locked. Come back to here. That one's not locked. That one's also not locked. But now this was getting in the way. So that is the downside. We'll need to make sure that, I mean, it's not really a big downside. You just need to make sure that the vessel's not in the way. Brakes. Right one. Okay, now I've got brakes. Go. No. Okay, well, we can this one. Target. Okay, because that's now at 90 degrees nearly. Can't really go much lower. I'm also noticing the pistons are on backwards. We've got an angle issue. That's at maximum angle there. Also at maximum angle. Okay. Maybe I do need 2 servos. Okay. Let alone, yeah, not that many minutes ago, I was thinking, I can get rid of a servo and just have 2 hinges. Now I'm going back to 2 servos. We'll be on robotics. Go with small though. Then rotate it. Try it again. Okay, I think that will do it. I think I only need 1. Touch it first. Okay. Do I get this attached? That'll do it. Goes. Like that. Oh, retracted. There we go. Do I have the action groups? Yes. Launch this. I am discovering secrets of the universe here. It's going to be so very helpful. Dock. Back to here. Up. Switch to controlling from a docking port. Target. Controlling from this one as well. That doesn't seem healthy. Okay. Okay, I do wish it was motorized now so I could actually test the full speed of motion. What is it doing? Why is the whole thing rotating instead of this? Still not quite aligned. This is at -90, okay. That hinge works. This one isn't working. Why is it? Do I need another servo maybe? Um, hmm. I need to rotate the hydraulic arm. Should also set that looking for square down. But soon I'll be able to have something that will, well, soon TM, we have something we'll be able to easily dock to other like habitat things. But try adding just one more. You know what? That's the right location. Okay. Sure. Oh. I need something to attach to. It will rotate, but then I need to actually position to make use of that rotation. I put it straight on, it will just spin around in the spot, and that doesn't help it. So structural. Definitely not that. Smallest thing possible. There we go. Not quite as small as I'd like, but it will do. Put the docking port back on. Yeah. Try that. How we end up. If this works, I'll have a revolution on my hands. Unintended. Good. Not like this has many parts. Why is it taking so long to load? What do you mean spinning? As long as I'm talking, it spins. Okay. Let's. Doesn't want to rotate upward. Will it? That. This one should be able to rotate up. Why isn't? I attached it to the wrong side. I might have. It shouldn't matter. Okay, well, if we target is on target as well. Hit at target. Probe convoy. Not quite how I'd want it. Undock. Take one way, but not. Keep in mind, this is unpowered. Unmotorized, even. Just rotating it purely with the action wheel. But this doesn't seem to turn. I might have attached it to the wrong point of the servo. Yep, okay. Should be do it. Now, if I... Yep, okay, I've got control. This one, yep, that rotates it. Guessing this one doesn't. I'm guessing this one's upside down. Nope, that one also works. Okay. Yes, I just goes for important ones. One more try. Someone's surely done something like this before. Just never seen it. Well, I have seen manual implementations. I haven't seen someone stick a reaction wheel at the ends and get SAS to do it. Okay, brakes and gears. Yes. Also, other way. There we go. Slightly get past our own vessel. Let's get rid of docking force. Send our own one. Let's push back slightly. Now we've got some actual space between the two. What is... It's fine. Side. Could do with this being slightly different. Okay. Maybe we'll just need some manual. Occasion. Let's target again. I think they're aiming for the center docking port. Docking port on this one. Okay. Let's try that again. A bit too wild moving. Oh, I probably wasn't controlling from the docking port. Brakes and just push away slightly. Okay. One SAS. Target, that's docking port, yep. Over. One. Docking port, yep. It's currently fighting against itself. With a bit of a help. Because this one's clipping through, let's point it. Oh, actually, first of all, docking acquire force to 0. It. Slightly 2. Just off a tiny bit. Over here. Now, the not quite pointing the right direction. Then if I manually get it pointed closer to the target, it works. Does it not have enough torque, maybe? No, it would have enough torque if I'm able to do that. In any case, I can manually do some adjustments, I guess. I mean, it's good enough technically, but I would like it to be better. Okay. Tracked. Target. Trying from right. Thing. Again. But nah. Pitching and yawing a bit. Not quite enough yaw. I think. But I need to go. It needs to be slightly left still. Preventing it. I think it's just at an awkward angle. I take it off from there. I rotate this way. Because now I've got full access, but then this one is in the same alignment as the bottom one, so it doesn't. So then I lose one of the orientations. I don't think there's a way around that. Target. So yeah, it's because it's fighting gravity. I wonder if I put a stronger reaction wheel, if it fights gravity better. It might be worse because then I'm putting more... Ooh, or could move the reaction wheel, have less torque. Or cause less torque from gravity. And yeah, switch it out for... just for now. Give that a try. Hmm. Touch is docking port. So slightly away. Transfers away. Okay. Okay, and target. Sure. Let's do one target. Docking require force. And slightly too far away now. Could rotate this. Ooh, nope. Yeah. You need to be careful about that. Both of them got destroyed, okay. Yeah, I think that's too strong a reaction wheel. Try back with the smaller reaction wheels. Now that we've reduced the mass at the end of a big old piston. Reaction wheel. Bring the docking down. And once this is fully designed, you can put it in as a sub-assembly. We're using it. Whenever I want to, at least. For bases. Couple, switch gear. Roll from the docking port. Okay, docking port, we're on. I'll switch over to this one. SAS on, get our target, point at it. Trevor, you now have a target you can point at. Oh. Explicitly not what I wanted. Yep. Here, target and send. You once again getting that issue with it bending down. Or might just need to that last stage. I don't that big fan of it. Well, I've got something to think about then for between now and next stream. Oh. If I want to, I can pull the vessels closer. Probably not that close. Probably more like a this close kind of thing. This one as well. Go straight. Maybe overdamping. Damping again. Anyway, that has gone pretty well. Oh. They can sit before. Bonk. Yeah. If you enjoyed, if you're watching this later on YouTube as a pod, let me know any feedback you have in the comments. Till next time. Later.